In the beginning of time, right after God made Adam, he made Nikon and Canon, and there was no other options. You didn't have your hipster Olympus weather sealing and your frickin' Fuji vintage touch. You only had two options, and if you were to forget other companies even exist, which would you prefer for the face, tones? Let us find out.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
I bought something unnecessarily. I love doing that. So we got a Nikon Z6 III. I'm looking at it down there. It's charging right now. Relax, let it build up some strength and courage. We're going up against the R5II EF24. I got that Fringer adapter still, so we'll use the same lenses and we will see exactly who has the better colors and skin abilities. I do remember Nikon being much sharper. So if I'm being real with you, did I want the Nikon? Did I need it? The only reason I bought it was so third-party lens companies can send me stuff and I'll have a camera that can not throw you into the legal system with Canon's mount. For whatever reason, Canon blocks everything. As a YouTuber, you're pretty stupid if you own Canon. That's on me. So I needed some other option. It wasn't gonna be a Sony, you ridic. So I saw a deal as I do an autofocus comparison, which will only come later on for you. Nikon boy is talking right now. Huh? So I saw a deal, Nikon Z6 III. Listen to this one. It came with an Angelbird Pro, 1 terabyte, unnecessarily, a 7 Artisan 18mm 5.6. You remember that, I did that. I already reviewed it. Wow, that was terrible. And the FTZ Mark II adapter. Okay, whatever. My plan is to sell all three of those things, depending on what I get for those useless garbage items. I might have knocked the price down to like 2,300, 2,200 perhaps Canadian for the Z6 III. Not bad. So let's switch to it. Right now we're in 4K S RAW. Let's do Nikon's N RAW. Wow. Oh boy, Nicky boy is back. Oh, the vintage touch. So we're not using the RED LUTS yet. This is just the regular Nikon LUT. And I want to see who does red properly. One of you? Are we seeing the difference now? Honestly, with the Canon, I'm gonna have to show you later that there's 3 potential LUTs you could be using, and I'm probably using the wrong one. So technically, everything is identical. We're both in 4K RAW. We both have ISO 800 as the base, 21.4, shutter 1/50th, ISO, nope, white balance 5600 kelvins. It should look so similar, but you're just seeing the different flavor of Nikon versus Canon, and it's a very different thing. It looks brighter in the Nikon screen. There's zebras on my face, so I'm gonna have to adjust those numbers. Now this is just preliminary testing. We're gonna do more videos. I'm debating buying the 26mm 2.8 for Nikon, then we have a little battle, 28mm 2.8 versus that. I've already had the 28mm for Nikon. I want the 26 now, a little wider, a little better, potentially more pop. Dare we dream it? Now before we switch to the 50mm 1.2 for the ultimate skin tone comparison, Nikon versus Canon, let us compare. Right now we're looking at 6K 60 RAW on the Nikon versus 8K 60 RAW on the Canon. Wow, is one sharper? Does one even look like 8K versus 6? Can this lens even resolve either one? Maybe I'll stop it down. Then 4K 120, that's gonna be a bit different because Nikon crops on in there. Thank you so much for the crop. That's an APS-C, so I'll try to move the lens a little closer on Canon, but no guarantees on that one. Who has the sharper 4K 120? Because Canon's line skipped. Nikon chose to just crop right in, so it's 1:1. Technically, Nikon should be noticeably sharper, and it's RAW. Canon can't do RAW in 4K 120, so that sucks. And then the most important comparison of our time, HD 240 frames per second. Nikon has a 5% crop, barely even noticeable, but from what I remember, it was sharper than the A7S III. I was like, damn, Nikon's the best, but Canon's pretty good. I don't know, Canon's maybe line skipped. Nikon, why does they do the crop? There's something with it and it makes it better somehow. So who won our slow motion hearts today, Nikon or Canon? They're both really good, but one might have just edged it out. I haven't even seen the results yet. Okay, let's switch back to the Canon with the 50, oh my God, I almost broke the flippy screen. 50mm 1.2, skin tone battle ensues. My God, the battle is real. Yes, I did forget to film the autofocus part on the Nikon. Little grip feel test. It's noticeably, the R5 has a beefier grip. This is a little more contoured on the inner part for your pinky life, which is better. I think the Canon, and guess what I don't have to do on the Canon? Ow. 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 Stupid dial. I will not be programming these at all. I'm not even using that thing, ever. Stupid dial. The hell's your problem? Canon autofocus. Wow. So smooth. Is he doing it too? That's nice of him. Don't tell me that, oh, it's an adapted lens. It would do so much better with a Z mount lens. You did this on purpose. It's not much better. I don't remember the settings that I used to have on here, so everything's starting over from scratch. Once I got the Canon, I'm telling you, like, I had no need for the Nikon anymore. A lot of you were saying, like, remember your Nikon 600mm prime, how good the footage was? It's not even good anymore. I need 800, and that 800 2011 prime, you don't even have a competitor for that. It's so much more money and expensive that it wouldn't even have the vintage swirl and the donnis. Come on. So like Canon all the way for everything. And I think it'll have better IBIS, better autofocus. It's just better in every way, but Nikon might have a more cinematic red LUT touch. So drink in this image. Let's switch to the Nikon Z6 III with this same lens, and then we'll talk about the Nikon advantages over a Canon, because there are some, and then we'll wrap up this clown show. Come on now. Oh, Nikon. It just seems so much brighter there. That can't be good. Oh man, I've made mistakes somewhere. Yeah, you see it now. The pulsing jumps. This is why I say, like, Nikon doesn't have phase detect. It's not like anywhere close to Canon or Sony level or Fuji even. That's a bitch. But it's pretty reliable. Oh God. Once it gets you outside, it can track you around. It'll keep you, most likely. So side by side, Canon, huh? Who has the face? Who looks like uglier? I just noticed whenever I saw myself in Nikon, I was like, that's a bit sharp. A bit detailed, don't need that much detail, that's a bit ridiculous. Back off a notch maybe sometime, but they don't. Full field of view, color-wise, I noticed when you use the RED LUTS, whoa, you get like pink reds. That's probably why the skin tones aren't right. Nikon does something weird with the reds, whereas the regular LUT, it's more normal, it's more Canon-like, if anything. It's pretty good. Now, when it comes to Nikon advantages, I'm not a fanboy of any system. I know when there's like pluses and positives and reasons to use a Nikon. Like, you can do some things better. I think, I don't know yet, but you're probably having the sharper image. I think I prefer Nikon N-RAW to S-RAW of the Canon. And if we're being real for wildlife, those 600 and 800mm primes of Nikon, it's tough to beat those. And even the 400, if you're filming werewolves or something, you need like big thing. Oh no, you can't get too close to one of those. I hope it bites you on your neck and you don't turn into the superpower werewolf, you just get ill. And like, oh, I just think if you're doing video, those 2011 primes are not a problem. Only for photo, it's tough to get your shutters up and then your ISO's huge, but whatever, it's good enough. Full frame Canon, even if you're at 12,800 in your forest, you'll be fine. Whereas Nikon, I feel like even though you'll have the sharper images, your autofocus won't be quite as good. So I don't know, you'll get more, better, good. Nikon battery life is better from what I remember. It doesn't overheat ever. It doesn't even warn you. I don't think I've ever seen a warning. Maybe I have, but I don't think it ever does. Whereas Canon, every video I make, there's at least a scare tactic in there. It's not right, but I don't know, they're both decent systems. Wildlife crop, anyone? The 4K 120 throws you in like, boom, there's an extra 1.5 reach with sharper 4K 120. It's quite the setup. It's a good little setup, but the left-hand mode dial, that's a deal breaker for me. I think Canon's just much easier to operate, better menus, better touchscreen, better just implementation of everything. And for human faces, it's just better, I think. Nikon has some fun options. And like they're having way more third-party lenses if you do that for some reason. Gross, you sicken me. And Nikon actually has the better vintage, like Z-mount primes that have some pop, but they're modern, like the 35 1.4, 50mm 1.4, 26mm 2.8, 28mm 2.8, 40mm 22. Those are all fantastic lenses, surely more to come, whereas all RF glass is just clinical nasty, but they can all use old EF glasses as we're seeing. Glasses. So who do you think won the skin tone battles today? Who won the slow motion segment? Which one are you buying through my affiliate links? How much Bitcoin have left your wallet today? Some? None? I'm thinking Canon won today, but next one maybe vlog test? No. Wildlife test? I don't have a wildlife lens. I'm just gonna leave now. Subscribe for my announcement.